All right. You know, we have been covering the first competency in the syllabus of economics. Introduction into economics. There, we started a very important topic, and that is factors of production. Production means simply conversion of various inputs into desired goods and services. Your laptop is a product. Your smartphone is a product. The chair and the table that you have been using at the moment are products. And they all have been produced by using different resources. And in economics, we call these resources factors of production. Factors of production. What do economists do in or when they learn these factors of production? For the sake of convenience, they categorize these factors of production into 4 general classes, and they are land. Land means all natural resources. Second, capital. Capital means, Pute, in economics, all man-made resources. Do you understand that your laptop is a man-made item? Do you know that your smartphone has been a man-made item? So most of the things that we use, most of the things that we consume are man-made. Whether that product is machine-made or anything, that machine is anyway man-made. So we can trace back these things. These have been thought, designed, developed, produced, delivered, distributed by human beings. And all man-made items in economics are called capital. I know your problem here. The way capital is defined in economics is different the way capital is defined in, for an example, accounting. For an accountant, capital is the basic or the initial amount of money and assets that have been introduced into a business by the owner. But in economics, we reject that definition. Because in economics, there is no place for money as a factor of production. Money is not a resource in economics. I repeat, you listen, money, you all know what money is. You all use money. You all distinguish money from other things. Remember, money is not a resource in economy. So if you write money as an example for any of these resources, it indicates that you do not know the fundamentals of economics. So don't even think about writing money as an example for any of these factors of production. And your biggest mistake here is you think money is a form of capital. And why do you think like that? Because you study accounting. I'm not saying accounting is wrong. I'm not saying accountants do not know anything. For the purposes of accounting, money is capital. But that purpose does not fit in economics. In economics, we define capital how all man-made productive resources. And then we can think of and talk about man. What about you? What about your father? You are a full-time student at the moment. But look at your father, look at your mother. If you have elder brothers, sisters who are working, you can see they work. They provide their physical and mental labor. And by providing them for any kind, like different types of organizations, they receive wages and salaries. And some of your parents, brothers, sisters have started their own businesses. So now we take one more step further and we call them, they are entrepreneurs. They are entrepreneurs. They are very special. They take risks. They make innovations. They combine and mix other resources. And they start new business ventures. And all other resources have a market. All other resources can be combined because of entrepreneurs. I think even you, modern students, are very radical, right? Although elder generations criticize the modern youth, stating that modern youth don't have discipline, I reject it as a teacher. I believe the modern youth is highly talented, but due to lots of temptations because of this digital revolution, modern youth is most of the time is off the track, right? But they are super talented. They're super talented. I mean, modern youth means you. I don't think that I belong to modern youth. Huh? Although I like to think like a young man, I know I'm not young anymore. Although I want to be in my mind at least. Huh? I know my age. I know my roles. I know I'm not young. But I know you are young. And you also know that. So remember, if you can keep yourself most of the time on the track, if you know where you are heading, if you listen to your elders but carefully choose your path, definitely you will be someone that you can be really proud of. That's the most important thing, right? Okay, so you know the 4 classes of factors: land, capital, labor, and entrepreneurship. So we have finished our discussion on natural resources, land, and we are going to talk about capital, and in capital also we are halfway. Quickly, I believe there are some newcomers. My dear kids, just use your chat facility. Please inform that you are a newcomer or not, because I believe if you are a newcomer, you may not have the tutorial. I just want to give you small instruction. If you are a newcomer, please use the chat facility and tell me that you are a newcomer, Puta. Quickly, darling. Okay, okay, Chamidu. Okay, I will send you the tune, darling. Supali, Sajid. Okay, please respond, Puta. Don't worry, don't worry. Aaron, okay, Puta. Okay, Andy. All right. So why I asked this question, Pute, I did not have enough time to send the tutorials, right? Because you joined the class today, and it's something it's not convenient, not easy to follow an online class without a tutorial. But only for today's session, you will have to do it. Can you manage, Puta? Can you manage? I will help you, all the students. Will you be able to manage the today's session without the tutorial? I will show it to you. The only thing is you don't have it. Will you be able to handle? All right. Don't worry. I will give you all the instructions. What you need to do, my dear sons and daughters who joined the class today, just take a sheet of paper, or you just take a small book, right? And even you will not be able to write all the things, but you get a glimpse, basic understanding, and I will send you the tutorial definitely by next week. Okay, righto. So everyone, please turn to page number, get the tutorial and turn to page number 40. Turn to page number 40. Turn to page number 40. Last week, this is the tutorial. Those who don't have the tutorial, and this is your first class, so you don't know how I conduct and how I conduct online classes. You don't know that, no, Puta? So this is the way I show the tutorial so that you know what tutorial looks like and how to use it, right? Okay. So what are considered as capital in economics? Now listen. You need to write down these names. Number one, right? What are considered as capital in economics? Examples for capital. We are going to enter into a big topic. And number one, I know majority here wrote this down, right? But for the sake of the newcomers and those who were absent on the previous session, this is for them. So write down here, physical capital, physical capital, physical capital. Second, operating or working or circulating capital. So capital in economics exists in different forms. Remember, man-made items exist in a wide varieties of ways, right? All right. Next, Putala, third one, write down economic infrastructure capital. Economic infrastructure capital. Next, social infrastructure capital. So don't worry about their meanings. Our lesson is about those, right? So don't worry. Don't worry, sir. What are the meanings of these? Don't worry, right? Next, write down human capital. Human capital. Next one, Puta. Social capital. Social capital. And the last one, natural capital. Natural capital. Natural capital. So you all can see under the general topic of capital, your sir just finished writing 7 names. And under the heading of what are considered as capital in economics. So it's very important to look at the topic. What are considered as capital in economics? So these would be examples. Righto. First, I'm going to, like, we have to do one by one, no, Puta? Right. Finish writing these things, Puta. Especially the newcomers. 1 or 2 newcomers, please respond, Puta. Please respond. Okay. So it's a class where I expect responses from my kids. නේද? නැත්තම් වැඩක් නෑනේ. So we have to be active, no? Right? We do a class here for a very limited time, no, darling. So then when sir asks a question, it's beautiful when you give me the answer so that from my end, I get the feedback. Just imagine, can you remember I told you, I can't see you. So I don't see your level of understanding through your eyes. If it's a physical class, your teachers look at you. Sometimes they come to you and talk to you. But I do not have that privilege. You also don't have that opportunity here. So we have to anyway adapt. Okay? Right. Pute, I told you to rename your devices. Mage honda putala wage පුතාලගේ device එක පොඩ්ඩක් rename කරගන්න පුතේ. There should be 2 names. Please do that, darling. Please. That's the normal procedure. I conduct classes, right? Those who did not do it, please do it. So you can see, right? Amaya Alvis, Amashi Aditya. Likewise, 2 names, right? Because sometimes there are 3 or 4 students with the same name, Putene. That is the reason. Please be kind enough, right, to help me, because otherwise I have to go again, look at the name list, right? Then it's very hard. And the one who has joined with the device, Priya, Pute, can you please rename it, darling, if you don't mind? Please help me. It's a very simple thing. I don't know whether you know how to rename. If you just right click, then you can see rename, then you can do it. It just take not even a minute. Quickly. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the trouble, right? Because I have to do it. No, Pute, I need to know who have been following the class, and we need to mark your attendance. There are administrative purposes, no, darling? So I think you understood. All right. Okay. Now you can see our next topic. You can see I'm going to take one by one. Physical capital. Okay. Physical capital. Right. Have a good look at this. So today's we do ninth session, right? So we have done 8 classes prior to this, and this is our 9th session. Okay, Puta, right? Or good. So our topic is capital, and we are going to talk about the types of capital, and our first topic is physical capital. Okay. Majority of the students think when the teacher stands in front of them, our teacher knows everything, I don't know anything. Right? Wrong. It doesn't mean teacher knows everything. And it also doesn't mean you don't know anything. Teacher definitely doesn't know everything. And you know something. Okay. Now suppose you didn't understand this word physical capital. You tried understanding, okay, sir, capital is man-made. Physical may be kind of like we can touch and see. All right. Those who are skeptical, those who had doubts in understanding this, look at the examples. Haven't you seen factories, my friends? You have. What about officers? You all have seen, and you have been into officers, Aputa. And what about machineries? From the simple to the complex machineries, we know. In factories, we see machineries. Businesses in producing various products use machineries. Warehouses, we call them storages. Materials, raw materials, work in process, finished goods are kept there. We call them warehouses. And what about tools? Don't you have in your house some toolkits? Your father uses them. Puta? And installations. Then what? Vehicles. What are these? These are what we call physical capital. Look at this. Now I'm asking these questions. Okay. Can you consider these as natural resources? Are they natural resources, Puta? If they are natural resources, we should write them under land. Are they natural resources? Magi alut kollo tika. Magi alut duala putala uttar denna. Some people are there from Kandy, I guess. Where these are not natural resources. These are not natural resources. These are definitely man-made. And they have physical nature. They have physical nature. You can see them, you can touch them, you can repair them. You can identify the errors and mistakes. You can develop them, improve them. So this is why we call this Pute physical capital. Okay, now get the tutorial. Now get the tutorial. Right. You all can see the screen well. Screen ne kondra pain mother. Good. Very good. Especially those who don't have the tute. Especially those who don't have the tute. Right. Right. Onna mage putala balaganna. Right. Please turn to page number 40. Actually, you are there, no? Physical capital. Physical capital. Look at the topic. Look at the topic. Right. I have given you these examples. I showed you factories, office buildings, machinery, warehouses, tools and equipment, installations, vehicles. They all were provided as examples under the heading of physical or real or fixed capital. Okay, now you know the example. First, you understood the topic. Then you understood the examples. So now you need to know the meaning of these examples and the topic. Right. This includes what? Durable assets. You can use these examples. You can see factories, office buildings, machineries, warehouse. You can use them for a long period of time, again and again. Durable. And a business must invest in them. They can be used for business activities again and again. They generate lasting benefits. You know, when a business decides to construct a building where they intend to use that building as a factory or an office building or a warehouse, they may want to use that for a very long period of time. Definitely not for 1 year or two. Very long period of time. Right? So this is why we call it physical capital. So lasting benefits. Right? And definitely the one who owns and uses them get many lasting benefits. And why this is important, I'm asking. Look at these examples. Aren't they important or not? Think of like a country like Sri Lanka. Our export sector employment, production, income generation. These are very important. Why? First, physical capital enhances productivity. Physical capital enhances productivity, right? Because now just imagine a business works without a factory. Just imagine business works without an office building. Just imagine the business doesn't have adequate amount of machinery, no warehouse, no tools, no installations, no vehicles. Then can that business operate productively? You know the answer, no. Then with the use of this economy, and businesses can increase their production capacity, right? With the help of these factories, office buildings, nation can produce more. And not only the capacity, but also productivity and the speed at which they can produce something. Speed is very important today, right? Speed is very, very important today. So when you use physical capital, Puta, that would speed up the production process and it makes the production easier. Look at these points. First, I mentioned about productivity, then production capacity. Productivity means with a limited amount of resources, without much waste, you can produce a higher level of output. Then ability to produce a greater volume of output. Next one, producing the product quickly. Next, controlling the production process, and it makes the production easier. Puta, did you understand what physical capital is? Did you understand why physical capital is important? Did you understand what examples that you can write for physical capital? Yes or no? Remember, always support, reinforce your understanding with examples. This is your memory anchor. Don't forget these examples. Because you don't need me or teachers' support to understand. You know this. Factories, office buildings, machinery, they were the things you knew, right? From a very long time. Right, my dear? Excellent. So durability means the factory you used 5 years ago is still being used and will be used for 5 more years in the future. Durability. Durability. Generating lasting benefits. All right, kids. Can I go to the next topic then? My dear Candians, huh? මගේ අලුත් දරුවෝ ටික මට විශේෂයෙන් කියන්න. Others know, they know my speed. The newcomers, you may find it little bit like, if I'm understood, Puta. Excellent, excellent, great. So now I would take you to the next page, Puta. Next page, that is page number 41. What is this? Working, operating, or circulating capital. Right, we'll understand now what working capital is. First, I prefer giving you examples. Why? Otherwise, you think, sir knows everything, I don't know anything. And I told you, if you think like that, you are wrong. Sir doesn't know everything. No, sir knows something. And it doesn't mean you are a blockhead or a nut or an idiot. No, you also know many things. Huh? Sometimes your parents wonder, oh my God. Huh? When you tell your parents what you know, huh? How you came to know what you know, they get shocked, no? My son, my daughter knows everything, no, man. Huh? Okay, yes. So working capital. Wait, wheat powder. Wheat powder is used as a raw material to produce many products. Bread, pang kanane pang, wheat powder. It's a kind of a material. that would be converted into another product. Chemicals. Chemicals also are being used by businesses in producing other products. Textile materials. Preservatives. Preservatives, so that the then otherwise food items are not durable. Preservatives will help you to keep a particular product for long, not very long, kind of a period of time. Next, additives that will increase the taste. Coloring materials. So these are called working capital. So you can see, look, understand the nature. These also have been produced, and at the moment someone stores this, right? Someone has it, and that someone intends to convert it into another good or a service. So it can be wheat powder, chemicals, textile materials, preservatives, additives, coloring materials. Sooner or later, they will be turned into another product. So this is why we call this working capital. Working means, now sometime you must be wondering, sir, why you say working is when new students enter, I have to, just it distracts me. I have to go and quickly take that child in, right? So that is why I have to balance several things. Accuracy of the things I say, the flow of the lesson, and students usually the technical device, no, right? So you may go out, come again when you're depending upon your signal availability. So I have to balance that also. So I think you understand. Okay, right on. Then Puta, you can see why we call this working capital. They are in the production process. They are in the production process, right? Product is being produced, but at the moment it has been stored somewhere with the intention of processing into another product. Okay, now you know what working capital is, right? Get the tutorial now. Working capital or operating capital. There are alternative names, synonyms: operating or circulating capital. This includes, I'm reading, this includes the inventories of stock of raw materials, work in progress, and finished products purchased and stored in the stores of a business. Examples: wheat flour in a warehouse of a bakery, preservatives and permitted coloring stored in a warehouse of a biscuit manufacturing business, finished cars in an automobile manufacturing company. Take Toyota company, right? Suppose Toyota company today, right, in Japan, produced 100 new cars, and they can't sell all 100 cars today, no? So they have to store. So what they have produced and stored until they sell again is working capital. Understood? Huh? So look at that. It's in the production process. It can be a raw material at the input stage. It can be a work in progress in the process stage, or it can be a finished product where the production is done, right? Until that product is launched into a market or someone buys it, it has to be stayed in a particular warehouse. So we call it again what? Operating capital. And why its significance? Wait. Look at all these examples that you understood. Significance with importance. They ensure the smooth functioning. Just imagine what happens to a bakery if it doesn't have wheat flour. What happens to a biscuit manufacturing factory when it doesn't have adequate preservatives and permitted colorings? What will happen to an automobile manufacturer like Toyota when customers demand cars, but they can't give number of cars the market wants. Got the point? So this is why we say availability of working capital is important for the smooth functioning of these businesses. Next, they ensure the continuity of the production process. Continuity. When working capital is inadequate, business will not run properly. Business will not run continuously. And finally, they enable the business to plan its production activities. Planning. For an example, a bakery knows for a particular month how many loaves of bread that it would produce. Accordingly, it can find, okay, we need at least this much of wheat flour to meet that demand. Right? Yes, Tarini, you can take that also as smooth functioning, but here it's critical. Here it's critical. Because these materials or these items, you have to buy them from an external party. A machine is something you don't buy it regularly, you buy it and keep it. But here, you have to buy these again and again. Tarini, did you understand, kid? Good, good. Okay, now everyone tell me, especially the newcomers, students from Kandy. Kids, first, did you understand this? And did you understand that this is different from the previous topic? Only the students from Kandy. අනිත් අය මට පස්සේ කියන්න පුතේ. අනිත් අය මට පස්සේ කියන්න. මම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මුලින් අහලා ඉන්නවා. First, did you understand working capital? Look at the examples. Second, did you understand that this is different from the previous topic? Look at the examples. Did I write factories, office buildings, vehicles? Did I write all these things here? No. Here, it's different. Ahmad, you should, I'll explain it, Puta. Working capital means, just imagine the production process like this. Somewhere you're holding this working capital. You make bread, and at the moment you have wheat powder. Wheat powder or wheat flour is your working capital. Kauda me? Ane pute, Aaron. Don't do this. Aaron, was it a mistake? Right, don't do that, Puta. Right, so this is what we call working or operating or circulating capital. Right, it's in the process. It's in the process. Right, what is our next topic? Infrastructure capital. Right, infrastructure capital. Read, right? You have seen infrastructure everywhere. Even infrastructure has been linked into your house, right? Will you ever construct a house without drainage? Will you ever construct a house without waste disposal, without a toilet, without a washroom? Will you ever construct a house without plumbing, without water, without electricity? As soon as you construct a house, don't you apply for electricity and water? So what is this water and electricity? What do you think? Infrastructure. And don't you consider transport? So you find out this facility availability. So these are called infrastructure. Listen, we as individuals or businesses, they don't construct roads. Governments need to do it. I can't have a highway. I can't construct a highway. right? You can't give electricity to a particular village, right? These are called infrastructure facilities. In Sinhala, we call them Yatitala Pahasukam. Yatitala Pahasukam. Right? Okay. Have a good look at this, Puta. These are physical establishments and institutional networks. Physical establishments and institutional network that benefit economic and social activities. Pute, look at this. I'll show you infrastructure, right? I don't have a board, no, so I will explain it here. Right, this is your house. And suppose Tati, Ammi, and you, and another sibling. I'll show you infrastructure here. First, you have electricity. You have to have water. You have to have drainage. Huh? You have to have transport. Huh? And you need to go to school. You have to go to schools. And when you are sick, you need to go to hospitals. And when something happens, we go to police stations. We need post officers. And we need Montessori's, playgrounds. We need telecommunication towers. I don't have enough colors to write. So look at this. I'm asking, Puta, I'm asking, can you and your family live without this? Can you or your family live without this today? Just imagine, without electricity, without water, without drainage, without transport, without schools, without hospitals. You know the answer. Unthinkable. No, we don't have a life possible. So this is why we call them infrastructure. And I'm asking, why it's capital? Buddha, why it's capital? Can anyone respond? Why these are called capital? Why? Man-made, excellent Ishakya. Man-made. Electricity, man-made. Water resources. Water is not man-made, but the pipeline, water purification, chlorine addition, man interventions, right? And transport, roads, street lights, traffic lights, police stations, military, post offices, libraries. So my kids, did you understand infrastructure? Mata ikmanta chutta denek kiyanda? Yes or no kiyala eccharai. Isarate annona mata ikmanta. Right, those who can respond, those who think that yes, I must inform, right, HRI. I know when I ask you to respond quickly, it may disturb you. But that is the only way for me to get the feedback. Otherwise, I have to assume, my student must have understood it. Right, excellent. I know there is something that you don't understand. Sir, I understood these examples. Beautiful, it's colorful. But sir, why this? Infrastructure capital, according to this flow chart, is in like two types. Okay, we'll wait and see what these two types are. Right. Right. Okay. Infrastructure capital. First, economic infrastructure. Write this down quickly. economic infrastructure. Economic infrastructure. So we divide infrastructure capital into two parts. First, economic infrastructure. Second, social infrastructure. Social infrastructure. Which means, my dear kids, all the things I showed you, Puta, can be all the things that your family consume, right? Can be divided into two classes. Some of them are economic, some of them are social. Okay, we'll find out what economic infrastructure means. Economic infrastructure. Okay, think like a family man, okay, right, or a citizen, right, and then understand whether your life is possible without this economic infrastructure. Ports. Will we get laptops, crude oil, wheat powder, and other chemicals without ports? What about airports? Hydroelectric jet power generation? No electricity then, right? And irrigation systems, highways, railways, bridges, tunnels. These are examples for economic infrastructure. I'm not saying this is the only list. There are many more. But in my slide, I have a very limited space. So I only chose, I had to make a selection, right? Of course, this list can be extended. Ports, airports, hydroelectric power generation, irrigation systems, highways, railways, bridges, tunnels. We'll look at the tutorial now. Get the tune. Get the tune. Right, page number 41. Will I get a volunteer? Is there anybody who prefers reading? Anyone? Okay, so I will help you. Monkey way. Last week I had one. This week, will I get one? So I will read. How read na mata podi support එකක් දෙන්න. පොඩි break එකක් ගන්න මගේ උගුරට. Thank you, Menuka. Okay, Menuka. Others, please make sure your mics need to be muted, right? Okay. Menuka, read the topic first.
Yes, sir.
Read the topic
Economic infrastructure capital. They facilitate the production, distribution, and exchange activities of a country. Significance. They are important to encourage domestic and attract foreign investments into the economy. The governments incur heavy expenses on providing and maintaining them. Examples: ports, airports, hydroelectric power generation, irrigation system, highways, railways, communication networks, bridges, tunnels, research and development, financial system.
Lovely reading, right? Okay, good. So you can see economic infrastructure. Why we call them economic? Because they facilitate production, distribution, and exchange. Because of these, we get fulfillment of our needs and wants possible. We can get goods and services we desire to live a good life. Economic infrastructure. Okay. Okay. So the next topic is page number 42, social infrastructure. Social infrastructure. Menuka, lovely reading. Thank you. And I think I will require your help for one more two things. Can you do it to me, Puta?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you, darling.
Thank
right.
you.
Social infrastructure. What? We all have gone to schools, hospitals, universities. You want to go, I think. And what about water supply, housing, prisons? Do you want to go to prisons? As a prisoner? I don't think so. Don't even think about it. Waste disposal, military bases. These are called special social infrastructure facilities. And you can understand God or nature does not provide these things to us. Humans need to design them, develop them, make them, use them. So this is why we call them infrastructure capital. And these are important for social purposes. Social purposes. Right? Good. You can find these examples in the book. Huh? Righto. Right. Okay. Social infrastructure capital. My darling Menuka, read Puta.
Yes. Social infrastructure capital. They facilitate the fulfillment of basic human needs and social services. Significance. They are important for social and human welfare. They enable people to improve the quality of life.
Right. No need to read examples, sweetheart. No need. No need. I will read it because they were there. No? So you can see schools, hospitals, universities, water supply, housing, child care systems, adult care systems, social security systems, right? Like EPF, ETF, right? And looking after the elderly people, prisons, waste disposal, police, military, national defense, intelligence systems, Apute, we call them under social infrastructure, right? So we discussed 4 types of capital so far, right? Physical capital, understood? Factories, office buildings, installations, equipments, tools. Then working capital, wheat powder, preservatives, and additives, colorings in the production process. And the third one, economic infrastructure, ports, airports, hydroelectric power generation, and social infrastructure, schools, hospitals, waste disposal, universities, military, those. Did you understand these 4? Ikmat again. If you have questions, you can ask, please. ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් ඕන කෙනෙක් ඕන එකක් අහන්න. No, warehouse also infrastructure. Definitely, warehouse infrastructure, but it has to be on the national scale then. Yeah, the difference between last 2 topics is very subtle, right? Difference between prisons are the human need. No, prison is basically, now we know in this society there are rules and regulations, people, the criminals and all, and we need to keep the society safe. So prisons need to be designed so that the dangerous people can be confined into that limited area, just to keep the society safe and clean. But unfortunately, we see sometimes in prisons, good people are there, and people who should really be sent into prison are in the society, especially our beloved politicians and all. Right. Okay. Good. Social infrastructure. Finish, kids. Can I go to the next parts? Good. Righto. Then human capital. Right. You must be wondering what? Human capital? Right. This is very important for you. Right. What about specialized, well-trained doctors? Right. Have you ever seen how expert surgeons conduct surgeries? For them, it's not like a big operation. They do it very easily, quite easily. What about sportsmen like Lionel Messi? We all can play football, right? For that, we all need is a football. But Can we play like Lionel Messi? Huh? Okay. Next, what about CEO, Chief Executive Officers like Steve Jobs? We all can say, if you appoint me as a manager, if I appoint you as a manager, you would say, I can run a business. But can you work like, think like, talk like these CEOs? Next, what about innovators like Elon Musk? The new ideas, taking the massive risks and trying to do things that people have never dreamed of doing. And what about uncorrupted politicians like Nelson Mandela, who became a supreme examples for modern politicians who unfortunately do not follow? And what about scientists who work day and night these days to find a curative sorry, something happened, don't worry. It's a small network issue. Okay, what about economists like Amartya Sen, an Indian, a Nobel Prize winning economist? I'm asking, these are individuals, people like us, but they do extraordinary things with the same mind and the same limbs. They are different, right? These special expertise, special attitudes, special skills, they got it from education, they got it from environment, they got it from others, they got that from experience. This is what we call human capital. Human capital. It's a very unique capital that is built within a human being. This is why we want people to be educated. Right? This is different from pure physical or mental labor. Right? Look at the way Lionel Messi plays football. Or a player like Ronaldo. Look at the way a batsman like Virat Kohli, the shot selection. Have you ever listened to what the speech was given by Steve Jobs in certain product launches like Macintosh in earlier days computers? Oh my God, this man is so charismatic. The way he speaks. Have you ever read books written by Nelson Mandela? Road to Freedom. Then you can understand they have massive ideas, visions, special set of skills. This is what we want. This is what you expect human capital in me. Wait, don't you expect Dulip sir to explain the lesson well? Don't you expect Dulip sir to simplify it, make it beautiful, make it easier? Don't you expect that it from your teachers? Em expect karan nadda. We expect. The same is expected from you. One day you become somebody. You become an employee, an accountant, a manager, a business owner, or a good parent. So you should be able to do what you do beautifully. You should be able to do what you do powerfully. You should be able to do what you do meaningfully. That special or those special abilities that is well inside and nobody can take that away from you. You know, there's a popular Sinhalese kaviya. Ugata mana shilpayamai matu rakena. Kopa gunat Raja Mati Dun Gata Nohena. You know, in ancient Sri Lanka, the king could acquire anything from you, your lands, your family, but not your skill. Not your skill. You understood what human capital is? Did you understand that you also now should work on developing human capital within you? Understood? Yes or no? කියන්නකෝ අනේ මට ප්‍රශ්න අහලාම මහන්සි උගන්වලා නෙමෙයි මහන්සි. Right. Excellent. Very good. So you can see human capital. Now, is there anyone who wants to help me, who can help me by reading this part, human capital, like Menuka did? Anyone? Tarini, very good. Thank you, darling. I'm very happy, right? Because, you know, why I expect somebody to read for several reasons. First, it gives me a little break to my throat and my system, right? Second, then you or others can hear a different voice, the same voice otherwise, no? Right? There's a massive difference in education psychology when we ask a student to read, right? Good. Tarini?
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Right. Okay, thank you very much. Read the topic, sweetheart.
Human capital. It is the sum of all knowledge, skill, attitudes, and experience that are available with labor as a result of education, healthcare, and training given with investments made in the laborers.
Right. Wait, darling. Wait. Now, you all heard what she read. She read this. Because this is supremely important, I read it again. She read it quite beautifully, better than I read. But it's important, so I mention it again. It is the sum of knowledge, skill, attitudes, and experience that available with the labor as a result of education, as a result of healthcare, training given with investments made in the laborer. You know what your parents are doing. Your parents are spending on your education. Am I right or wrong? Huh? Your education is sponsored by your parents. Right or wrong? Huh? Why? Huh? Are you a self-educated man? Definitely. So what do they do? So they want, your parents tell you, right? ඔයා තමුසේ ඉගෙන ගත්තොත් තමුසෙටම තමයි. තාත්තට කේන්ති ගෑම කියනව නේද? මැට්ටෝ ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. මේවා අපිට නෙමෙයි ඔයාටමයි. කියන්නේ නැද්ද අම්මා තාත්තා? Huh? Very especially when parents teachers days, when parents and teachers share lots of negative things about you. මේ ළමයා අයියෝ මන් දන්නේ නැහැ මේ ළමයා අම්මා ඉවරයි. So they all want to make sure that the investment they make in you to work well. That is the thing. Okay, Tarini, read, sweetheart. Sorry, I interrupted you. Read now.
Significance. It improves the productivity of the laborer and increases his income. It improves his skill level. It creates strong, disciplined, talented, and productive citizens for a nation.
Right. Examples. Wait, no need, darling. I'll read. Specialized doctors, high-performing sportsmen, charismatic CEOs, innovative entrepreneurs, good political leaders, good teachers, scientists, good movie directors, exemplary social service personalities, skilled employees, talented engineers, good economists. So, people with special skills, that's what we call human capital. Tarini, I think you can help me for one more thing, okay?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Very good. Lovely reading. Thank you. Right. එහෙමනේ ඉන්න ඕන පොඩි සපෝට් එකක් දෙන්න ඕන සර් සපින්න මොකද්ද මේ? Right. Next one, natural capital. What? So a few minutes ago you mentioned nature is not capital. Now you talk about natural capital. What is this? Look at this. Natural capital. We know Sri Lanka is a country with a different biodiversity. We know that minerals, lots of minerals are there. And rivers, oceans, animals, birds, forests, atmosphere. I know what you are thinking. Sir, why? So can't we or didn't we consider these as examples for land? Don't forget our current topic is capital. Then you would ask, sir, if we already considered these as land, why are we considering them again as capital and with an adjective natural capital? It is because the current world, we want students and everyone, every citizen to make responsible for the future supply of this. Man should protect this for the sake of world sustainability. Human beings today pollute the environment, degrade the natural environment, removing the balance of the nature. So human beings should protect this. And very especially we need to understand nature has got various ecosystems. So we get these from ecosystems. So this is why we call them natural capitals. For an example, this Express Pearl thing incident, very irresponsible, right? Very irresponsible, and we do not understand the problems that we will have to encounter in the future. When we cut down forests for short-term gains, we don't have any idea what we will have to go through in the future. Right? So birds, the Tamil movie Robot Endiran 2.0, it nicely explains the importance of birds to a country. When birds die, we get many insects, and those insects will take the foods away from us, and then food supply goes up, then people will die. Although it's a high-tech topic, it gives a brilliant message to the people. Putala, terunada meka. So we make human beings responsible. This is why we call it's human involvement. Humans should protect them. So that's why we call them natural capital. Terunada. Yeah, we already considered this as labor. I mean, this as land. But now humans should protect them. Humans should enhance the sustainability of the world. Right. Okay, good. පාඩමේ ඉන්නෝන මගේ පැටවු ටික පාඩමේ ඉන්නෝනා ඕන ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න පුතේ. And listen, you can see, look at the way I conduct the class. It's not a formal relationship. Like you can see, I'm not worn a beautiful outfit and I can easily arrange this, right? But no, you just imagine I have come to your place, right? And you can ask anything. Ask means I know you, I have asked you to mute your mics so you can use the chat facility. Whatever the thing that disturbs your understanding, ask. We'll redefine this education, right? What you need is clarity. What you need is good explanation. What you need is a good note. Yeah, I will provide it to you. And you get it. And when I fail in doing that, interrupt me, ask questions, get them cleared. Okay, good. Right. Now, remember, things that are given to us by nature are called land. And we understand now some resources are renewable, some resources are non-renewable. Increasingly, renewable resources turn into non-renewable resources. So we have to protect our environment. We protect means we have to interfere. Neither. We have to interfere. If people cut down trees, government should bring up rules. Hey, don't cut. If because of what we do, birds get killed, we have to stop it. So human involvement, don't you understand? Human involvement. That is what it makes natural capital. Therunade, hondata therunade. Right? We have not yet covered labor, don't worry. Right? There's a very close connection in between land and natural capital always. And the link is human being. Link is human being. Right? And what is the difference between land? Land means completely natural resource. When human beings protect it, use it carefully, use it with a vision, that is natural capital. We understand. Now wait, when we say nature gives these things to us, what we really mean is nature's ecosystems. We know there is a process behind getting rain. Haven't we studied that that process in O-level science? Rain. We know the mechanics behind it, ne? O-level kale naddane. Precipitation kele deyak igena gatta tiyena neda? Right? ඔය වගේ තව ගොඩක් mechanics තියෙන්නේ. ඒව තමයි මේ. So it's nature's ecosystem. So what we do, if we want rain, we have to protect the nature's ecosystems. We should never do things that would damage nature's ecosystems. තේරුණාද? තේරුණා නේද? Very good. මගේ කැන්ඩි ළමයි ටික That is it, Ahmad, exactly. Did you understand, kids? Right, great. Very good. Okay, take a 2-minute break. Take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. Don't look at the screen. Keep it somewhere, right? Go somewhere and come 2 minutes. Right on. Now, we have one more part called social capital. Social capital. Look at the list. Sports clubs. You know, we are encouraged to, I don't know, when I was schooling, I want to represent clubs, various societies, volunteer groups, professional bodies. And why you want to be a chartered accountant? You can just be an accountant. No? And past people associations, women clubs, Kanta Samiti, and funeral societies, farmers associations. Puta, people want to join these clubs and societies. You know why? So they can work together. It is believed that collectively we can achieve bigger things, better things than we work individually. Collectively we can achieve bigger things. So that is the essence of social capital. It is, in English, there's a nice word called synergies. Synergy means when you take two people and add their efforts, one, first individual, second individual, the answer would be 3. I know it's mathematically wrong. It says that the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts. The whole is bigger than sum of its parts. When people work together, they can achieve bigger things. So this is called social capital. Even political parties come under this. Wait, huh? Even in a democratic setting, I'm asking, even in a democratic setting, can you form a government without a political party? Tell me. Huh? Then pardon me, Pute. Can you form a government without a political party? No. So forming a government is a big challenge. And we have to form a political party. This is why we call them social capital. Right? Good. Tarini, can you read Puta? Tarini, you can read now, darling.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Start, darling.
Social capital. This is a broader concept that includes institutions, beliefs, ethics, relationships, and networks together with members in clubs and societies that promote social interactions both quantitatively and qualitatively. Significance. It promotes trust, culture, discipline, and peace among people. It enables people to work together to solve social problems. It promotes teamwork.
Right. No need to read the examples. I'll read. Sport clubs, youth societies, volunteer groups, professional and allied clubs, past pupil societies of schools, poverty alleviation systems, women clubs, funeral societies, farmers associations. It's hard to, I know, your minds won't allow you to believe, sir, are these capital? Wait, don't you have this problem? Now, don't you have problems in believing last 3 as capital? Not human capital, you couldn't believe, sir, is it capital? And when I said natural capital, you again asked, sir, is it capital? Now again, social capital, you ask, sir, is it capital? පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙනවා නේද? පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙනවා. It is because, right? You understood the first 4 beautifully. Physical capital, working capital, and economic infrastructure, social infrastructure, you easily understood. But you had some problems in understanding the last 3. How can my special skills, abilities become natural capital? It is because you, your parents, and the society invested in you. You got them through hard work, years of practice. That is why it is called human capital. And what is this natural capital? Yeah, protecting our environment, ecosystems, and considering it when we do projects. We are responsible. That makes it natural capital. And here, we should understand the importance of helping each other. We should understand. That is called social capital. Right? Great. So we finished all parts. Right. Now, what now? We considered so far what are considered as capital. That was our topic. We began our work with that. Neither. Our topics of ours, what are considered as capital in Nikon. Now our topic is what are not considered as capital in Nikon. It's better to know, right? So I have given a very important section, Putala. And the other thing, don't leave the meeting before the meeting is over without my permission. You have to practice discipline. What if I leave the meeting without telling you? When I do it, it's ugly. So you think when you do it, it's beautiful. Same thing. In accounting and finance, we identify another form of capital called financial capital, but that is in accounting and finance. But is not recognized as capital in economics. Please highlight this one. Money is not considered as capital. It's a very important point. Highlight it, please. Highlight it, please. Right. Right. Well, now money is not capital in econ. Why? First, don't write this down. I will give the details. Puta, although people fret for money, sweat for money, dream for money, fight for money, we need to know money is just a medium of exchange. Money is there to facilitate exchange. Money does not directly facilitate production. So money is not a productive resource. Look at the 4 levels of arguments. Write down this sentence. I will form 2 sentences with this. Write down. Money is simply, you need to write down under the topic, money is not considered as capital in econ, right? Money is simply a medium of exchange, a medium of exchange, medium of exchange, which was invented by human beings, which was invented by human beings to facilitate exchange, to facilitate exchange. Under reasons, Anila, yes, money is simply a medium of exchange invented by human beings to facilitate exchange. Within brackets, write down, within brackets, write down, therefore, money is a man-made item. Nobody can say money is not a man-made item. Money is a man-made item. Money is not a man-made, sorry, money is a man-made item. Sorry. Therefore, money is a man-made item. Close brackets and put the full stop. New paragraph. However, money is not a productive resource money is not a productive resource, as it money is not a productive resource, as it does not directly facilitate production, as it does not directly facilitate production. It facilitates exchange. Mage putala hariyata ahaganna ona, but it does not facilitate production. Within brackets, write down pute. Therefore, money is not capital in economics. Close brackets. It's man-made, but it's not capital. Yes, I will. Money is not a productive resource, as it doesn't directly facilitate production. You can find them on the slide, Putha. Does not directly facilitate production. Within brackets, don't forget to write down. Therefore, money is not capital in econ. Not capital in econ. Not capital in econ. So you can see it's man-made, but it's not a productive resource. So don't even think about writing money as one of the examples for capital in economics. What happens if you write? What happens if you write? If you write, it indicates first you don't get marks. Second, it indicates that you are a student who does not know, or who has not mastered the basics of econ. If you ever write money as a part of an example for capital in econ, it gives a very poor image and impression on you. Will you ever write money as an example for capital in econ? Will you? My dear candy people, will you ever write money as an example for capital in econ? Candians, quickly respond. I want answers from you. Will you ever write money as an example for capital in econ? No, never. That should be your answer. No, sir, never. Never. Right? Great. Right. So you can see, I'm going to give you a list. The following are not considered as capital in econ. So I'm going to give you a few items. You sometimes mistakenly think that these are capital, but no, they are not capital. Onna balaganna. පාඩමේ ඉන්න ඕන මගේ පුතේ අන්තිම topic එක, the last topic for today, right? Give you 100% to get it. Then capital is done, right? Great. So what are not capital in econ? First, right, domestic currency. What about rupees? Is it capital of Sri Lanka? No, not at all. Domestic currency. What about foreign currency then? What about dollars, Japanese yen, sterling pounds, euro? No, no, no. That also currency, no? Money. So it can't be capital in econ. Remember, these are not capital in economics. What about your family has a deposit in a commercial bank? Is it an example for capital in economics? No. No, Puta, no. Don't write it. No. You write it here, right? But don't write it as an example in the exam. Deposits. Then, suppose you took a loan from a commercial bank. Is it capital? No, no, not again. Checks. No. You use checks to make payments and receive payments, not capital in econ. What about you have invested your money in a particular company and you have purchased shares from the stock exchange? In economics, again, it's not capital. It's not capital because it's purely shares. It turns into capital when your money is used by the company to acquire buildings, properties, machines, tools, equipments. At that time, it will be turned into capital, not the shares. Credit cards. What about your father's credit card? Is it capital? No. What about then debit cards? No again. Treasury bill. You know, Putha, treasury bill and bonds. I show both here. These are two important securities Sri Lankan government issues to borrow funds. Putha, do you know that Sri Lankan government borrows? Huh? Do you know that our government borrows? Huh? So when the Sri Lankan government borrows, it issues treasury bills and treasury bonds. Treasury bills for short-term borrowings, treasury bonds for long-term borrowings, right? They are not capital again. Gold. Oh, you must be able to say, what about gold? Not capital in econ. What about silver or any other precious metals? Not capital in econ. Why? They are not productive resources. Productive resources. But when gold is used to produce jewelries, then at that time we have to make an exception. But when somebody have gold coins or something, right, kept in bank, safe houses, safekeeping, no, then it's not capital. Finish writing this list, my dear. Finish writing. Good. Good. Yes, we covered the target we had to cover. Thank you very much.